and your clarity of vision, diligence, dedication, commitment, and sheer hard work. I am honored, humbled, and delighted to receive this prestigious award from one of the finest universities in Taiwan, National Taipei University of Technology. It is true that this honorary degree is not my first, since reputable universities in Africa, USA, and Canada have honored me. However, I want to be on record that receiving this honor from National Taipei University of Technology seems like my first, because it comes from a country with which I share many values in common. A country that has stood by my country's side when we needed a friend most. Just like we continue to stand by Taiwan's side in your quest to secure your legitimate rights globally. The history of the relationship between Taiwan and Gambia, it didn't start in 1995. I'm happy that my brother and friend, President Ma, mentioned in his statement that when we resumed, when you say resume, it means taking off from where you left. The Republic of China, Taiwan, was one of the first Asian countries to recognize small, independent Gambia. At a time, this was in fact in 1965, at a time when our colonial master who was giving us independence thought that we were better off associating and aligning ourselves with neighboring countries. In fact, one of the British writers then called our independence the birth of an improbable nation. That's a long story. But Taiwan, thousands of kilometers away from Africa, recognized the potential in the Gambia, and that small as we may be, we are a nation despite our size, for which we are eternally grateful. One of the students gave me chopsticks, and I asked whether he was going to give me rice too, because normally wherever you are giving chopsticks, they give you food to practice with. Your great country also saw the potential of my small country. Way back in 1966, of our country becoming an agricultural giant. The first food self-sufficiency project in the Gambia was started by the Taiwanese mission. So this is a very long-standing relationship. Of course, we betrayed you under superpower politics during the Cold War, when we have to decide between ROC and the PRC. Unfortunately, our leaders then didn't realize the fact that the world is 3 days: yesterday, today, and tomorrow. It is people that recognize you yesterday that make you what you are today. And if you betray them today, in whatever religion you believe in our religion, God will never forgive you. It is stated that if you betray humanity, you can betray God. Unfortunately, we betrayed you for so many years, but when we came back, when we came to power in 1994, we decided to rectify one of the most inhuman mistakes that our country ever did, abandoning the first country to recognize us as an independent state. Mr. President, I'm deeply touched. Though strong as I may be sometimes, I am overwhelmed. want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for this award, not only for this award, but for the fact that you accepted Gambians on a specialized program for which a lot of countries are jealous, and they're asking me how I was able to make it. And I told them that the only secret is to be grateful. And one of the heads says, what do you mean grateful? How were you grateful to Taiwan? So, well, they were the first to recognize us, and we abandoned them in 1971. 23 years after I came to power, and I restored the relationship, and I went there and I told them, I'm sorry, we will never leave you again. Your Excellency, the fact that I'm today receiving an honorary doctorate from National Taipei University of Technology in Taiwan further strengthens my ties to the people of Taiwan. I regard this special honor as a sign of approval for my work, and above all, an incentive to do all I can to further consolidate the excellent relations between Banjul and Taipei by bringing the areas of cooperation between our countries in all spheres, and encourage strong collaboration between the National Taipei University of Technology and the University of the Gambia. Thus, as I stand here to receive and accept this honor, honorary doctorate from National Taipei University of Technology, I do so also on behalf of the Gambian people, because this honor for me is a recognition of the Gambia's progress and its role in West African region, Africa, and the world at large. I find this a very humbling moment when Taiwan's finest academic institutions rises to make a particular recognition of my humble effort, driving my country's development agenda, creating a better and secure future for current and future generations. Each time I look at you, the Gambians that are here, one thing comes to mind. I wish you know how lucky you are. Today you can go anywhere and attend any university without paying for it, without knowing anybody. In my time, even if you are the best of the students, that is not a qualification to go to a college, more so a university. University education was based on whom you know and how high he is in the system. We all know that. Maybe some of you might have even carried desks to school. Today that is taboo in the Gambia. So once you are here, count yourself very lucky. Also remember, there are hundreds of thousands of young people like you who also want to achieve something. Normally I don't agree with the English language, but they have some sayings that stand the test of time. Make hay while the sun is shining. Honorable President, I am also aware that the honor I am receiving today is the highest a university can bestow on an individual, for which I am deeply indebted to the university community for including me in the list of very deserving and eminent personalities who have received it before me. This is an honor I am proud to be associated with. I am proud to be among those who will be counted as alumni of the National Taipei University of Technology in Taiwan. Today, I am a proud NTUT alumnus. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, everyone needs friends and two partners.